Welcome to Jody's Jazz Academy, where you have jazz in bite-sized portions. All right, today's lesson is on modulating. And what does that mean? It's not like the space modulator from the Warner Brothers character. No, it simply means to change keys. All right? And we're going to talk about a technique that you can use to change keys effortlessly. And I'm going to give you 3 examples on how you can do that. And the third example is pretty complex, but you can do it, and I know that you can, all right? All right, so check out this video first, and we're going to explain the concept of using the wormhole called the 5/7 chord to go from one key to another, or from one world to another world. Check it out. Let's just imagine that you are driving one day and you're on the road coming home and you're minding your own business, just listening to some tunes on the radio. And all of a sudden, you go through a vortex and you end up in another part of the country. And you know that's going to freak you out, right? It will. It would freak me out. So that's what today's lesson is about. Wormholes, and using them to modulate from one key to another. All right, we're back. All right, so what's going on here, and how can we use modulation to change keys? And what can we use to do it with? And we can use our 5/7 chord. Now, what is a 5/7 chord, okay? Now, let's say if we're in the key of C, and if you count up, that's 5 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right? That chord there is called the dominant. And if you add it, make it into a 7th, it's the dominant 7. In fact, we have the 1 chord, which is major, the 2 chord, which is minor, the 3 chord, which is minor, the 4 chord, which is major, and I'm talking about when you're in a major key, the 5 chord, which is a dominant 7. It has a very strong gravitational pull. In fact, some people consider it the strongest chord in all of music. It's like the Jupiter of our solar system, or our music solar system. The 6 is minor, and the 7th is diminished. So we're going to exploit the gravitational pull of the dominant 7 and make it into a wormhole to get to somewhere else. Okay, for example, let's say if I'm doing I'm in C, but what if I want to go to, say, D flat? Yeah? Oh, let's go to D. See? So you see what's going on here? What we're doing is using the 5/7 chord to basically get us from one world to the other, okay? And we're still playing the same song, okay? So let's unpack and see how this works, okay? Now, the way you use this is very simple. Rule number 1, ask yourself while you're playing and before and you're in a certain key, what chord do I want to go to? What key do I want to go to get to where I want to go to? For example, if I'm in C and I want to go to the land of E flat, what's my wormhole? How can I get there? First statement, how can I get there? All right, so rule number 1, identify the key you want to go to. Rule number 2 is this. What you want to do is go to the 5 of that key. In this case, it's E flat. So let's count up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was 5 notes because the 5, 7, there it is. And if you're looking at it on music, it looks like a V, like a Roman numeral V with a 7. And you see it right there. There it is. There it is right there. Okay? And so what's going to happen is you're going to play this chord to get you to E flat. Let's try, we want to go to F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're in E flat. Here we go. And that's kind of cool, but it's not really hip. So I'm going to show you basically 3 hip ways to really jazz this thing up, okay? This is a jazz academy. So let's go back to our key of C, and we want to go to D flat, and the singer's singing. If you do this one thing, it will help the singer hit the target of the half step going up, because I've been in some places where keyboard players just sort of went straight there, and the singer has to be there with them. And what happens is he or she, the singer, they will overshoot, and they'll sometimes end up somewhere in the land between D flat and D, and it's a disaster. So check this out. Now, identify the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put it in the bass. Okay? And in this hand, right here, look, check it out. Go down a whole step from right here, but, bring it up an octave and form a major chord. Then go. See? All right? You see that? You see that right there? That's like a D flat 11, okay? All right? You see that? Now, in the pop world, we would say, you know what that is? That, my friend, is a G flat / A flat. So A flat in the bass and G flat in the right hand. Then we're there. So here we go. Here we go. And it's really good to resolve it, maybe. Okay? Now, let's see if we want to go to E flat. Same thing. All right? Now, technique number 2 you can use. Let's go back to C. And we want to go to, say, E flat again. Put your bass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There it is. Watch this. Play a minor chord, which is going to be based off the 2 of E flat. And then lower the 5th and the 7th. There it is. Look at that. Then go to E flat. So let's do it slowly. Was blind, but now I see. See that? Now that's nice and hip, okay? And you saw how to do that. But let's get the real deal, okay? And here is the big mama that I promised to show you. I'm going to play it first, and I say we want to go to the key of G. Here we go. Whoa. I'll do it again. Nice and jazzy, isn't it? Watch this. Watch this. Pretty nice. Now, so let's explain what that is, okay? Now, in the jazz world, we call these things upper structures. And an upper structure is simply one chord against another chord, okay? So in this case, if we look at it, that is basically a D flat 7. I'm sorry, D7, and we drop the A, or the 5th. And in the right hand, we have B flat, all right? So we can call these upper structures. Now, you can really get more complicated names, but the jazz greats like Thelonious Monk, Bud Powell, Duke, Billy Strayhorn and so on. But they would simply say, that's a D flat 7 against a B flat. And that's a better way to actually describe what the chord is. Now, what we did was this. Remember, we still have to identify the 5, okay? And we were in C, and we wanted to go to G. And the 5 of G is D. And what we did was this. We put the D in the bass as a pedal tone, let it ring. With this hand, bring it up like a Shaolin monk. And watch this. Play the 3rd and the 7th. Whoo! There we go. I should have some sound effects right here. All right? And then in the right hand, based off what this note is, this 7th, jump up an octave and go down a whole step and form a major chord. There it is. Look at it in all of its glory. You see it? You see how I dissected it and looked at the DNA of it? Instead of trying to remember each note, I'm looking at pictures. I know this is my pivot note. You see that? Then we resolve. So let's do it slowly. So here we go. All right, let's do our John Legend thing. Let's try it on that. So let's do, here we go. And we want to go, say, to E flat, right? What's the 5 of E flat? B flat. Here we go. There's the 3rd, and there's the 7th. And based off the 7th, here's the G flat. And I'm there. So let's do it fast. You see how that got us there? Nice and jazzy. Now, one more tip. You can drop the root. And a lot of gospel players would do this, and you see this a lot. They won't even play the 5. They will simply play the 3rd and the 7th of the 5. And remember, we talked about in another video that the 3rd and the 7th are the really the most important ones because they actually tell you what the chord is. All right? So let's try it without the root. Here we go. See that? We're there. All right? So let's do our John Legend thing. I'm going to go to F. All right? I got to do my calculation. What's 5 of F is C. Okay? I'm going to leave the root out because I know that's going to be C. And then I'm going to play the 3rd and the 7th. And based off what this note is, it's a B flat, go down a whole step. Form a major chord, and then slide up to the F major 7. So let's do it in real time. And we want to go to F. Here we go. We're there. So, hey, that's it. That's how you do wormholes. So I hope you enjoyed this class today. If you have any questions, hey, hit me at jodymayfield@gmail.com. Here it is right there. Boom. You see it? There it is. Or you can visit my website and see the other things that I do. And that's Jody Mayfield, boom, at jodymayfield.com. Hey, man, I love teaching you guys. And if you like the lessons, please subscribe to my channel. And there it is. And until next time, Jody's Jazz Academy. Jazz in bite-sized portions. Until next time, see ya.